Leaders Legion.
Okay, cool. No. We're still actually, but that's the other thing too, is the headphone box. They gotta get that with them as well.
Alright, I got you now. I know. That definitely know how it goes.
Still brand new in here.
I know how it goes.
Because there's not as many outlets in here, so they're working on all that, getting all that set up. But we didn't want to interrupt the show, so we just
Gotcha.
kept it going.
Yeah. Did y'all have to stop any when y'all like moved? Like did y'all like have to take weeks off or anything?
No, nothing. They actually took a Sunday night when there wasn't any shows on and moved everything over like one night. So shout out to the homie Hard Body Shot on that record. Fire on Me. It's your girl Timber Mystic. DJ such and such is hopefully on the way. He has some business to handle this morning. We've already had a couple dope interviews, you know what I'm saying? We stay all the way live over here at Highly Unique Radio, industry's most wanted show, every Tuesday and Thursday from 11 to 2. But we do have another special guest checking in. What's happening?
What's going on? What's going on, man? Nice to meet you. Nice to finally meet you.
Absolutely. Definitely nice to meet you as well. It's funny how sometimes you connect with people through social media, do business, but you actually never meet them in person. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
like
sure.
Social media is powerful.
So yeah, absolutely.
For real. So go ahead and introduce yourself. Tell the whole world who you are, where you're checking in from.
All right, what up, world? Hemingway checking in, and Hemingway, I am a Carolina representative, South Carolina to be exact. Currently reside in Charlotte, so I kind of represent both sides overall.
Okay.
And yeah, the name Hemingway, that's my last name, but it's also my stage name, spelled H, the number 3, MINGWAY. And that's, it's because I'm a third, so, you know what I'm saying? I throw
that's
the 3
really
in there.
dope. I love how you incorporated your name and kept it true to you. You put the 3s,
Right,
like you said.
And I used to spell it the regular way, but then when I put out my last project last year, and like my name Hemingway would always come up with either Ernest Hemingway the author or like a bunch of rock bands and stuff. So I had to find something different. Yeah.
I know that's right. So you said you currently live in Charlotte.
Yep.
How long you been in Charlotte?
I've been in Charlotte since 2015. So I lived there once in 2009, so that's how I kind of got a taste of Charlotte and even wanted to be there anyway. But living there in 2009, and when I moved back in 2015, I kind of moved right when the come up was coming up, as far as the music scene and everything was kind of back on the rise, going back up, and to where it's at now in Charlotte and shit like that.
Charlotte is a great city. I like it just because it's a great city, and then too, it's definitely has elevated a lot when it comes to this music business. In fact, the young lady that I interviewed earlier today she's from that area as well, and she was basically saying the same thing, like how it's just really like popping out there right now. I know the Fleet DJs got their music conference coming up. I don't know if it's in Charlotte or Raleigh. It's one of the two. Coming up this week. You know what I'm saying?
It's in Charlotte. It's on the 20th. I got a listening session on the 20th with them. I'm involved in that.
So that's
I was
dope.
going to do the sound stage, but I ended up just doing a listening session, and the Fleet DJs, they hold I think it's the 19th through the 21st. So,
yep. I've actually been to a few of their conferences. I've done a lot of work. Big shout out to the homie Classic Fleet DJs, That's what's up. I've been out there a few times for the Coast to Coast Showcase. I've judged that as well in Charlotte. So that's what's up. What city were you from in South Carolina?
Okay, yeah. So I'm from the Myrtle Beach area. So I like to, like in I know in Atlanta and like in Charlotte, they got sides of towns and stuff like that. But I'm from South Carolina. The Myrtle Beach area is the city, but it's Horry County overall. So I grew up between Myrtle Beach and Conway, and Horry County is the county that kind of represents those two schools, those two towns, and everything like that.
Word, that's what's up. That's really dope. So let's dig back a little bit. It's going to be a two-part question. How did you get started with music initially, and then at what point did you start taking it seriously as a business?
So for me, I got started in music like I mean, I definitely started having thoughts about it like when I was in high school around like 07, 08. And I was kind of like considering like that point, like I like music. I like the technical side, like all the buttons and knobs look cool. But then I graduated. I did a talent show my senior year. I graduated in 2009. I did a talent show, and I actually was singing. And
okay.
So that was like my first little. I'm a big R&B fan, so I did that, and that was kind of like
what were you singing? So let's stop right there for a second. You don't remember?
No, I do remember. It was So the two things I did singing wise that year was I did that talent show, and it's Sean McGee, and he had a song called My Story back in I think it might have been like 08, 09, but it was a big MySpace song. Basically.
Okay.
So I sung that song, and later that year I sung Jay Holiday Bed, but it was for a Spanish class, so I sung it in Spanish. I don't know how good or bad it's. I'm sure the Spanish was bad and the vocals was probably horrible, but like I did it just to pass, and like I did it with my eyes closed.
That's
or whatever.
really dope.
But like after that, I was like, okay, I don't really know how I feel about the singing, but I do like making music. So I kept doing that and was like writing little raps. And then when I actually moved to Charlotte, I was one of my best friends and some of his peoples, we was kind of like, they was making music a little bit, and I was only there for like 4 months. I was in college. I wasn't really doing what I was supposed to do, and I moved back to South Carolina, but I kept rapping from there on out.
Right.
And so like November 09, I just like locked myself in a room, been rapping ever since then. And then like June 2010, I put out my first project, and I pretty much been putting out a project every year since then.
That's good.
Up until 2018, and I started to kind of do a little bit more quantity, but like I've been doing at least a project a year since then.
You gotta stay consistent with it, you know what I'm saying? And in between the projects, it's okay to throw music out there because eventually something's gonna stick.
Right.
Have that main single that you ride with, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But the in-between time, you can still put some other music out there just to kind of feed the people and let them know that you staying consistent, that you working.
Yeah.
What are some of the things that keep you motivated? Because we both know that this music business is very cutthroat. Like loyalty can be there one day and gone the next. Like what keeps you motivated through that?
I mean, for me, like, it's really like, I mean, family from the standpoint of like, I really want to build a legacy. So it's like, I might not think about it every day, but like consciously, but ultimately, like, I come from a family of entrepreneurs. Like my dad was an entrepreneur. We had businesses and stuff like that. So I kind of had a taste of that lifestyle growing up. So like you said, rap is a business. So once you already know how it is to run your own business and stuff like that, you want to live that lifestyle. So anyway, back in 09, you know, economy got messed up and whatnot. So some of the businesses that my family had, they had to go back to regular jobs. So it just motivated me to really get back to the point where we can do things as entrepreneurs like we want. And then really, like, I got little brothers, I got kids now, like, you know what I'm saying?
So it's bigger than you.
Yeah, it's bigger than me. Like, it's really family, and it really is a legacy and like a generational thing. Like, I want to be able to, even if it is, I might rap, but I'm trying to brand the entertainment side of my company or my brand so that my brothers, like, he want to make video games. So, you know what I'm saying? We could do that, or, you know, stuff like that. Like, he's actually, my younger brothers and my kids are going to be into the tech stuff and stuff like that.
That's
So
really
it's definitely bigger than me. It's definitely family that motivates me.
Okay, so with that being said, you know, you were talking about, you know, helping them, you know, brother wants to do video games and stuff like that. What about you as far as music is cool, but you got to have multiple hustles? What other business ventures are you personally either tapping into or looking to tap into that you don't mind sharing?
I mean, man, I've already, like, when I moved to Charlotte, I moved there to actually go to school for engineering. So like within music, I already have a few different hats that I wear, which, I mean, you kind of have to in the way to get the game set up now.
Yeah.
So, but I definitely like certified engineer. I worked in the studio for like over a year actually recording this stuff. I do pretty much all my engineering stuff, but I also, like, last year, I basically was running a cleaning business for a year. And like, of course you have to realize that you can't, you know, if you really want to go hard with the music, you gotta find you either gotta stick with the music and just do it full time and just stay consistent, or you gotta find that thing that's gonna help income wise to invest into it. But I was doing that for like a year, and I was cleaning windows. Like I started a cleaning business, but I was cleaning windows. I ended up getting like 3 rent centers that I was cleaning in Charlotte, and you know what I'm saying, I was cleaning the windows like every week, every 2 weeks at some of them, stuff like that. Of course, like I said, the studio stuff is cool. I really do want to just in general, as an artist, get into songwriting, like in production. Like I just started producing probably about a year and a half ago. So I really want to get to that point to where, you know, now we do have 40 and 50-year-old rappers, but maybe I'll be 35, 40, and my career might be done in the front of the mic, but
absolutely,
I can
you're right.
write songs and write hits and, you know, still invest in, and be like involved that way. So
big facts.
those are some of the things,
I think that it is getting to where there's, you know, a lot of these artists are a little bit older. Shout out 2 Chainz, of course,
right.
Jay-Z and etc.
Right.
There's some that are still in their late 30s or even up to mid 40s that are still doing their thing. So,
right.
you know, I understand it can be tougher if you are just jumping off at that age where they've already been doing this for a long time, so they got that longevity in there. So as far as the engineering, I think it's a great idea for artists to be able to learn how to do that because one, you know, you can do it yourself. No, who can get your sound better than you?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's hard to explain to someone exactly how you want something to sound. So you can tweak it, tune it, you know, however you want to do it to get it exactly. And it's a moneymaker for you because then you can start engineering for other artists and stuff as well.
Yeah, and of course, if you to people who think about it, if you don't want to engineer for other artists, that's cool, but it's a money saver. You know what I'm saying? Like your overhead is like I don't really have much overhead when it comes to that, and I know what equipment to use to get quality sound. So even if I do have to take it to somebody with more experience than me to mix, which I know how to do, like I've already recorded it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And you know how to record yourself, which is super key because a lot of these artists don't even know how to properly.
At least do that.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
I can record, mix, and master. All my songs you hear are by me, pretty much.
That's really dope.
I can, you know what I'm saying? I know I don't mind investing in people who got more experience, but at the same time, you know, invest in myself too. So.
Nah, for real, because I mean, that's practice makes perfect. You know what I'm saying?
Facts, and
you videoing yourself like you a one-stop shop.
Yeah, and I didn't mention that one because I don't throw it out there, but I definitely do all my vlogs, but like I've shot my own videos too. So like
that's really dope.
I'm pretty much I understood early enough, regardless of what you do, like. If you want to be in real estate, my cousin wants to do real estate. He's already got another, like properties, but that's another business we want to get into. But just real quick, like it's certain things you got to go through and you got to experience first before you really like, you know what I'm saying? You really like actually know what's going on.
Right.
So I done been around, you know what I'm saying, so many times doing certain shit. It's like I learned how to shoot my own videos. I learned how to engineer. I learned how to do this, that, and the third. And now I'm decent at some of it, but can't nobody play me. So like if I do book a videographer, I know how certain stuff go or a general time frame it should take and stuff like that.
Absolutely.
I know how stuff should work.
You can help with the directing of the video because you're the one with the vision ultimately. Like, yeah, you can pay someone else to make a treatment for you, but again, that's your song. So if you can direct the video as well, it's going to come out exactly how you want it to. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully, you know.
Yeah, for the most part, yeah. But that's where it's kind of like a teamwork because if it's some stuff I can't really, you know what I'm saying, like I can't really like say in certain words. Hopefully they can translate.
They can
know
what
what
you're
I mean.
saying.
You know what I'm saying? They know what I mean.
So what you got coming up? You got any shows, any performances, anything coming up that you want to let the people know about?
Yeah, so to anybody who's out there listening in the world, you know what I'm saying, and I know this is everybody out there, but if you're in the A, I'm actually performing tonight, Take Off ATL. So I'm gonna be doing that showcase tonight in Atlanta.
Where is that at?
I gotta look at the thing. It's like Union something. I forgot the 485.
Oh, Union Eve.
Yeah, 485 Union Eve, and I don't know what venue, but that's you sound like you know the.
Yeah, that's the name of the venue. It's called Union Eve.
So Union Eve, that's where it's gonna be at. Starts at 10, I think, or opens at 10. I think it starts like 10:30 or something like that. So I'm doing that. Me and my homeboy Young Sauce the Guy, he actually just finished the verse for me. That's gonna be on my project. Still at it, and so yeah, Take Off ATL tonight. I got the Fleet DJs listening session on the 20th of this month.
Okay. That
I mentioned to you, and then I'm actually putting on a show in Charlotte at a place called Apostrophe Lounge on the 16th. And that's the
August 16th.
Yeah, August 16th, and that's the same day that my project drops.
That's really hard.
Yeah,
you have other artists that are going to be performing.
Yeah, so I this the way I set it up is I actually book local artists in Charlotte, and you know, it's not, no offense to nobody, but it's not like necessarily. I'm trying to get it out of the pay to play showcase range, so I actually paid them. You know what I'm saying? And kind of flipped it. And so
that's really dope.
It's me, and I'm hosting it and performing, and then it's 5 other artists.
That's really dope.
Yeah,
shout out to you for like being innovative, you know, because
that's
a big motivation. You know, money is a motivator, and especially if these artists, that's probably maybe their first paid show or maybe not. Like, that's really dope. That's gonna drive them to want to go even harder.
And that's the thing that in the Carolinas we missing overall is like, I mean, well, obviously now we're way further than we were when I started like in 09, but like you still got cats where they, you know, again, no offense, but they're way quicker to pay somebody from out of town than somebody in town. And that's everywhere.
Yeah.
But definitely in Carolinas, as a new music scene coming up, like, don't nobody want to book the guy who they know been rapping for making music for 5-6 years.
That could bring a crowd out.
And it could bring 20 people, and they don't look at it like that. But that's, you know what I'm saying? Because I book the venue, I book everything. So if I book this guy, he brings people, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they like, you gotta like break and spend thousands of dollars, even if you slide them $100 or something.
Exactly. Yeah.
Like, that's better than zero. You know what I'm saying? And that's probably better than they've been getting paid anywhere else, if they, you know, at all. So I totally agree with that, and that's good that you're doing it because I think you can eventually make it bigger. You know what I'm saying?
And that's definitely the goal, because I mean, in that situation, what it is nobody else is really business minded or, you know what I'm saying, brave enough to like take the risk to book venues and all that. So for me, it's like I still get to perform and I'm building my brand, and it's like I'm running it. So
this is a win-win.
Yeah, and you know how some, you know, you might go attend an event or a showcase and don't go how you like I'm hosting and everything, so I can make sure all that's all in order, all in key.
Exactly.
All in order, yeah.
Right, because a lot of times they put these events together and they book too many artists.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to be in there till 4 o'clock in the morning waiting to perform. And they also, if they book that many artists, sometimes they book it where they're doing 2 or 3 songs. That's way too much.
Yeah, you gotta,
who wants to sit? I don't want to sit through all that. You know what I'm saying?
You either got to have a lot of bodies in like one song, or, you know what I'm saying, like more songs and less bodies. I try to keep, like, I did one at my first one on 420, and it was just 4 artists and myself. So I'm trying to keep it really less than 10 artists if I ever get bigger, but like right now it's like less than 5 artists, and they like doing 3 songs.
That way they still got time to turn up. The DJ, who's your DJ for the night?
It's a guy from Charlotte. His name's Ron Styles.
Okay.
He's a entrepreneur overall, DJ, engineer. He does a lot, but Ron Styles, he's down there. And he did my first one. I actually did it at his at a place called it's his venue. It's called New Era Music House.
Okay.
But I just worked with him on the first one, so I'm bringing him back. And the goal, of course, really, that's going to be my show for my project, which is called Still At It. That's the mixtape. But the show, the actual event series is called the Carolina Buzz, and that's like the name of the name of a mixtape I had a long time ago. But I always wanted to make it like a showcase or an event series.
Absolutely.
And the goal, of course, is to move it around. So cats in Charlotte, if they never been in Columbia or never been to Myrtle Beach, and move around or whatever like that. And of course, maybe we can invade Atlanta one day. You know.
Listen, absolutely. It's like my show is called Industry's Most Wanted, and it originally started as a mixtape series.
Right.
Initially, I had Industry's Most Wanted, and I think I did up to like 35 volumes. I did a lot. You know what I'm saying? Then I eventually did 5 years of an Industry's Most Wanted showcase.
Okay.
And
I definitely always.
And now we've been on air under Industry's Most Wanted for over 5 years. So it's like you can absolutely create that as a brand and brand it and attach it to multiple things. So that's smart business move.
Yeah, and like hopefully the big picture is I can find somebody I trust to host it, and then that way if I'm doing my own thing, it can still be artists I ain't even involved. You know what I'm saying? I'm over here.
That's what Coast to Coast does. You know what I'm saying? They actually came to me during the time when I was still doing my showcase and wanted me to host the one they do in Atlanta. And the only reason I love them, but it was just, I was like, I'm already working on building my brand. I just, you know, it was kind of conflicting. You know what I'm saying? But you're right. If you can find someone else you can trust to represent your brand, because that's so hard.
That's hard.
You work hard.
Like my baby.
That's your baby. You work hard to build that brand, and it only takes 2 seconds for someone to say or do the wrong thing, and it had nothing to do with you per se. You know what I'm saying? So let's talk about the project a little bit. It's called Still At It. It's on all the digital platforms.
So it's going to be out on August 16th.
Oh, that's the one that you said on the 16th.
16th. But right now, if you follow me on my social media or whatever, you'll see my flyer. The 2 songs that are out is Rapping and Capping, which has been out for like 2 weeks now. I've been promoting that since like early June. And the other one that's already out is called Love Me. And it was actually from a previous project, but it's one of my best songs. So that's the one
that people were really taking to.
That's one of the ones that people were really taking to. And then with Rapping and Capping, I made that one afterwards, but I just had a feeling that people were going to take to it, and since I've been promoting it, everybody. Like they're basically two opposites, but they people fuck with them both.
That's really dope. Sure. Well, we're gonna check it out. So I see on the back of the flyer that you gave me, you have your dates listed on here. Is this posted on your social media where people, so they can go to your Instagram? Give out all your social media where people can follow you and keep up with you.
I got you. All right, so I'm gonna give you my actual @name is Hemingway, HEMINGWAY, and then I at the end. That's Hemingway the third. I know it's long. But if you don't actually, and if you see the flyer, whenever you search it, my Instagram name's in the corner over there. But you can also just search my actual stage name, which is Hemingway, H3MINGWAY. And either way, it's gonna come up. You're gonna find all my music, and you'll see me. And most of my pictures, I'm the Abby, the guy with the little red hat, black shirt. You know what I'm saying? And it's got some red accents on it or whatever. But yeah, follow me everywhere. That's all. It's all the same. Instagram, Facebook, everything is the same. And if you search me on YouTube, it'll come up. It's actually under my label name, but it's still on YouTube. If you search Hemingway, it'll come up.
That's dope that you keep everything consistent as well. You have, as much as you can, because people are lazy. Yeah, if they gotta go above and beyond to try to find you, they're like,
even right now, like I don't like giving people my stage name and my @name, but it's a guy out there who he got H3M. He got that on Instagram, and I don't know. He ain't using it, so I gotta. When I get a little bit more, you know what I'm saying? Well, I don't get my name up. I can try to make sure I contact the right people, and then I can change everything else.
That happens. Yeah. Like DJ such and such, he has been trying to get just all DJ such and such, no underscores or nothing on Twitter. And there's somebody who grabbed that name back in like 2013, and they tweeted like one time.
And they don't even use it, yeah.
Tried reaching out to Twitter, and Twitter's like, they won't do nothing about it. It's like, bro, the account's been stagnant for 6 years.
Right. And Instagram has a way where you can like basically say that the person is using your name or whatever. Right. I kind of got to get a little bit more like internet
established. Absolutely.
So
that's
it's
dope.
All good. I understand that's how I go though, so yeah, I get there.
No, absolutely, and that'll be good. Eventually, you're going to get to that point where they're going to hand it over to you, all that stuff. So we're going to check out the record. Before we get into it, is there anything you want to let the people know about that we didn't cover today? We got the project coming up. Yep. You got some performances coming up. You've got, of course, you're here today. You're at Union Eve tonight. Yep. Anything else you want to let the people know about?
I mean, that's really it, man. I just want to make sure for sure that I stick in your head to check out Still At It August 16th. I know I went over a lot of things today because I do a lot of things, but August 16th, Still At It, and this is the first official single off the project called Rapping and Capping, man. Produced by me and my cousin, but
that's hard.
Yeah, check it out, play it, man. And I just got everything registered. I'm still waiting to hear back from like BDS and all that, but I got everything else registered, man. So we trying to get the spins right and do everything the professional way. So just stream.
Did you email BDS to get your login?
I did. I just emailed BDS like a couple days ago.
It can take up to a week before they send you your login.
Yeah, they take a week, and then I'm gonna also do media base, which I think that one's a little quicker.
Media base is almost immediate. You have to just go to their website, fill out the information, and then follow up with emailing them the song.
Yeah, because the last time I did it was like 2016, and I remember doing it pretty quickly. So I know it's not hard to do, but
Sound Exchange as well.
I got everything else though. Almost
is already together.
Almost literally, I went last week and I copyrighted the project.
Okay.
Sound Exchange. I've been and had everything signed up, but I signed back into Sound Exchange, signed into BMI, made sure I know my passwords, everything, because I'm really trying to get this one that push. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So, but if I'm not mistaken, I don't think I'm missing nothing.
What about Song Trust?
I just signed up with Song Trust, and I actually just registered all my songs.
Look at you.
So I'm waiting to get them. You know, I just did every song except for I got to do this project because I just finished my homie's verse, and I'm talking about. I registered the songs. I contacted the producers. I got the IPI numbers. I got the information.
So dope.
Like I actually did all that for the first time.
You ain't playing.
And I'm like, okay, so now I'm just like, I know it takes some time, but I'm trying to see whatever little trinkets I get off of it, whatever little coins, whatever it just is add up.
You absolutely, because it is a streaming digital era, so you have to figure out every way you can make money off of that. You know what I'm saying? So that's really dope. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and check out the record. Who you want to shout out to?
Man, just shout out to Leaders Legion, shout out to Raw Production, and man, shout out to everybody who listening right now.
Word. Go ahead and introduce the record. We're going to check it out.
All right, so this is your boy Hemingway checking in, and this song right here is Rapping and Capping. We're going to put a stop to all the capping and all these motherfuckers who really think they doing shit they not.
Oh, y'all capping.
Let's go, Rapping and Capping, Hemingway. Let's go.
Let's get it.
Leaders Legion.
They say I'm rapping too much, but these niggas capping too much. I swear they be acting too much. They mad cause I'm having too much, but they say I'm rapping too much. Yeah, they say I'm rapping too much, but these niggas capping too much. Yeah, these niggas capping, they capping, and they say I'm rapping too much, but these niggas capping too much. I swear they be acting too much. They mad cause I'm having too much, but they say I'm rapping too much. Yeah, they say I'm rapping too much, but these niggas capping too much. I swear they be capping, they capping, and they say these niggas cap, they lying, they rap, they screaming, they trap. But homie, you ain't gotta be street, cause you slinging raps, that's a facade. If you ain't living where you from, I ain't never been a fraud. These niggas fake it, it's some sod. I keep it real up in my yard to keep them bosses off my lawn. They play the melody, and me, I threw the drums on it. Don't gotta lie to hang with me, cause I don't like to hang with phonies. I just be cooking up the beats. I got the hooks in case you want it. Yeah, I get shit bouncing like boobies and gems. And like your bitch brought, man, I'm snapping again. That's why they say I'm rapping too much, but these niggas capping too much. I swear they be acting too much. They mad cause I'm having too much, but they say I'm rapping too much. Yeah, they say I'm rapping too much, but these niggas capping too much. Yeah, these niggas capping, they capping, and they say I'm rapping too much, but these niggas capping too much. I swear they be acting too much. They mad cause I'm having too much, but they say I'm rapping too much. Yeah, they say I'm rapping too much, but these niggas capping too much. I swear they be capping, they capping, These niggas use antics, but they like a rapping and shit. Gimmicks, my people ain't having that shit. I come from a long line of businessmen. If that's the business plan, homie, we scrapping no that Stanley Burrell, but I'm too legit to quit. Yeah, I stayed down and I finally got it. I ain't even have to lie about a damn thing. Ain't that a bitch? I am diligent and I am dedicated, ain't dependent like the other guys. I invested and I got it right. Now it's time to see the other side. I think a nigga finally see the light. A nigga came to put the city on. I came to represent the city strong. Nigga, this a no cap zone. They say I'm rapping too much, but these niggas capping too much. I swear they be acting too much. They mad cause I'm having too much, but they say I'm rapping too much. Yeah, they say I'm rapping too much, but these niggas capping too much. Yeah, these niggas capping, they capping, and they say I'm rapping too much, but these niggas capping too much. I swear they be acting too much. They mad cause I'm having too much, but they say I'm rapping too much. Yeah, they say I'm rapping too much, but these niggas capping too much. I swear they be capping, they capping, and they say, okay.